So there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to explore. And I think this session is going to help me as well as fellow participants. A lot of takeaways from the session. So I look forward a lot to learn from this session. And I'm pretty sure Ajinkya sir is going to make it very interesting and very practical. So Ajinkya sir, if you're ready, I'll throw the first question to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Ajay, for the introduction. And yeah, sure, I'm definitely contribute. That's based on my.
Great, great, great. So, see, my questions are going to be live from my experience in the market. I have been meeting a lot of enterprises. I have been meeting a lot of SMEs and consultants and everyone. And to some of the names are pretty large in the industry. Like big three top consulting SI partners and things like that. Not only in India, but in Singapore, but in Dubai, also in Thailand, and US and everywhere there's one big question to start with. Every company is doing a lot of POCs with agentic AI, with Gen AI, a lot of POC. But the success rate of POC going live is very small. And Ajinkya sir, I want you to actually throw light on this. What are the challenges and what need to be done in the industry to ensure most of the POCs actually see the light of the day?
Yeah, so Ajay, very interesting, and maybe the one survey from MIT also just came back 1 week or 2 week back, where 95% of the use cases are not able to go live and making a proper ROI. The core issue I can see is the POCs which are getting built is like on the demo agents, okay, with the direct integration with the tools like OpenAI, Gemini. These OpenAI, Gemini are good for the integration, but to know the exact problem of that particular industry and then customize your open source LLM models, and accordingly we need to carve it for that particular business is very necessary. And maybe we are currently the lacking there, the overall industry trend is lagging there, and maybe because of that these kind of scenarios are coming and pop up in front of us. Yeah, I feel that's the core issue.
Okay, great. So now with that, the main question comes if we talk about, say, just a year back, people were talking about generative AI, Gen AI, and prompt-based engineering and all. And now we have moved kind of to agentic AI. And as a novice user, as an industry bystander, I would like to understand what is the core difference between prompt-based Gen AI, which was the case a year back, and now agentic AI who is ruling the world. So what is the difference between them, if you can enlighten?
Yeah, so basically the main difference is like in the prompt. So I think we have done the session also almost 6 7 months back, and this industry is very fast evolving. So the prompt based thing is where you are giving an instruction to extract the data from it, and it is a kind of a single shot where you are defining the kind of a workflow kind of system. So previously RPA is there, and then now you are kind of in a prompt based thing. You are providing a single shot information to retrieve the data and one by one question, and then accordingly it is taking action. So again you are putting your human intelligence to create that workflow, okay, and that maybe not making sense to the people where they are saying already RPA is there, and then again the same stuff where I am just maybe in plain English you are providing the instruction, but it is not making that difference. But the actual game changes when from the last couple of months where this agentic AI comes into the picture, where AI creates a goal-oriented workflow where the agents can plan its own steps, retrieve relevant data, and execute their action and check their outcomes as well. So it is like giving your AI a to-do list and the tools, and not just a question. So it's like that. So you are just providing a proper details to it, and then the agentic platform like ours and other also there in the industry. So the engineers behind the scenes and created a proper added a proper agentic agents behind the scene which do this job. So I feel that's the difference, and that because it's a goal oriented and it's take its own decision instead of we are feeding like providing some decision box or rules. Instead of that, this using the help of LLM and other information, the architecture is taking its own decision. That is what makes a difference versus the prompt based systems previously was in the market.
Okay, that's amazing. I think from industry point of view, earlier like agentic AI, the Gen AI is like one servant working for me, and with agentic AI looks like a team of servants are working for me together, taking decisions and doing everything for a goal. So that quite a hefty improvement in terms of how Gen AI can bring the real return on investment.
Yeah.
So do you believe that this kind of a change is making the return on investment faster, and higher return of investment for the agentic AI applications?
Yeah, definitely. We started seeing the result also, and the for the client also. So definitely, previously the one-time cost for creating a large projects are going to be a huge, right? But because now the agentic platform we have created, using that, even the development time or the configuration time has been drastically reduced, right? So the first the saver is at your one-time investment for that project, and then as this is the more intelligent system, okay, so there is very less human dependency, so you can definitely the repetitive task, and where previously the RPA systems are, or maybe prompt based systems are only able to do like data entry kind of jobs and all, but now it is going more beyond the way, so that your team can do a more better job, and that this platform can extract a lot of intelligent information from you, so which generates lots of ROI from these kind of systems and platforms.
Great, very well. I think this is what industry is looking forward. The return on investment. That's the one key parameter. Now, I want to actually take the discussion to a more practical problem, which of course, my most of my customers are facing, and they do ask these questions, especially the ones who are new to agentic AI or Gen AI, and they have a lot of kind of news items or some kind of industry feedback which they keep on listening in various platforms. So they often listen and come to know that Gen AI solutions are failing because of the model is hallucinating, and not providing the real good industrial commercial output. And secondly, there is a lot of compliance risk because none of the company want their data to go out and be in the risky zone. Okay, how this is handled, and how do we ensure industry that with agentic AI platform, when multiple agents work together for a goal, uh, they are still in a very practical sense achieving the practical company target, not hallucinating, and do not compromise on any kind of compliance risk.
Yeah, very, very good question. So initially when I started this discussion, where the POCs are getting failed, so the company like ours do a proper product investment in this kind of thing and solve this problem. So the one easy route is like you can take any agentic platform and integrate with Gemini and Chat GPT and all the open source model, right? These are very good in the market, but the thing is your business or enterprise knowledge is may or may not be with them, because they have seen a lot of data, right? So the main key role here to reduce the hallucination is ideally the model, the open source model which we takes, and then we fine tune it based on your enterprise knowledge, is reduce this kind of hallucination which LLMs are making. Again, on top of that, we also have integrated a RAG pipeline with our agentic platform. So the agents which are gaining those knowledge and taking the decision, they are also referring to the RAG pipeline, as well as whenever the any decision or any outcome comes from any agent, we provide a confidence score. Okay, and if that confidence score is low, then we also have in the system the human in loop. Okay, so as soon as the confidence score is low, that can be configurable, then the human approval has to be mandatory. Okay, so the platform which we have created, in which we have added this piece of engine also, so that it's not like all the agents are taking the automatic decision and something drastically some system impacts are happening. So human approval is also there, but that too on the threshold which are configurable and defined by based on your business use case, right? So because of that, the things are making in control, and our customers are able to get a good ROI using the AIQoD agentic platform.
That's great. I think that builds a lot of trust with Agentic AI. Okay, great. So now we have a poll. Pallavi?
Yes. Here's one poll question for all of us to understand our thought process and also to understand what challenges we are facing currently. So, how much of your team's time is still spent on manual and repetitive tasks? Is it less than 20%, between 20 to 40%, or more than 60%? Do let us know, and we'll wait for just 30 seconds, and then we'll see the results.
That's interesting, introspection for the users. Going with Gen AI, the first and foremost thing, if entire business process is already automated, and they are able to take the right decision at the right time, I think you have a good system. But if there is anything where there is manual work is there, there's a human intervention is needed, and some kind of very mundane kind of business scenario, and still human intervention is needed, that's the first point of entry of agentic AI, so that it can be actually, started to bring real value to the customer. Um, is the poll over now?
Yes, let's bring up the results.
Okay, so that means we see there is a lot of scope of, almost 75%, response is more than 40% to 60%, and even more than 60%. There's a lot of human, repetitive task is there in the organization. And that's definitely is, the starting point for implementing such an agentic AI platform. That's great. Ajinkya sir, you want to comment anything on this?
Yeah, again, the thing is, like even I talk with my many of my friends and colleagues in other industry also. So even now, let's take example of GitHub Copilot and all those. There are a number of tools are available in the market, right? But still, it is the people has to take the input and do some manual things. And people are currently hesitating to going toward using this kind of tool because of the current question which you have asked, the hallucination and how we can trust that output, right? I think that's the reason people are still not going towards that, and still in the organization the usage is still less. But definitely the R&D which the companies like ours and other in the industry are doing, definitely this trend go much bigger. Yeah.
Great, good. So I think there is kind of, I understand the agentic AI is giving me kind of group of agents working for a specific goal. They're not hallucinating. They are also security compliant, and also they are working to achieve a goal. And definitely the target is repetitive manual effort in the organization, which can be automated, and it will bring the very quick ROI of the investment. So that is fantastic. Now with this, I want to touch upon another pain point area. There are large enterprise organizations, and they have a good use case where they do not want any data to go out of their firewall. Now, in those scenarios, the client wants entire agentic platform to be deployed on premise. Can we deliver a real working and cost-effective agentic AI platform solution on premise solution?
Yeah. So basically, good question. So already, the actual production system is running on this use case. So I'm obviously telling from the practical experience how we deployed this. So the thing is, our architecture is LLM agnostic, right? So the some organizations are open to connect to the OpenAI. Suppose I deployed my solution on Microsoft Azure, right? So in the Microsoft Azure, it has thing like I can connect with the OpenAI with this kind of settings, right? So that is the one case. But some organization they want to deploy it on-prem. So we have a solutions where we can deploy it using the open source model like Llama, Mistral, or Quinn. There are a number of models available in the market, which we have available in our kitty, so that we don't need any integration directly, right? The time of integration is very low for this, because it is already available in the platform, right? And then by taking the data, we can able to fine tune it so that all this data is there available on their server. It is not going outside. Okay, so there are the clients for which we did this kind of our platform is already deployed, and they are using this kind of architecture
Mhm.
for their production use cases. Yeah.
Okay. At the same time, Ajinkya sir, if you can tell me, there was a customer and he said he doesn't want to actually, do a on-premise solution, but he wants his data to be secured when the data is going out, like a calling API to OpenAI.
Hmm.
Is there any encryption, data security, which is supported by the OpenAI platform or any similar platform, which is still it will work like my on-premise solution, but still it will be like very secure and safe. So do
Yeah.
we
So
have
in
any
the
such option?
Yeah, so in our agentic architecture, there is one layer which basically a guardrails and ethics, right? So what we do is, so when suppose this kind of data has to be passed to the OpenAI or Gemini kind of platform, then the first of all, actual the image or document we are not sending to the OpenAI, right? We have a one layer created using which we are making sure the PII information and all those information which are crucial for the business are basically encrypted. Okay, so that the information which is going out for the LLMs like OpenAI or Gemini, your imported information is not going out, and there is a configuration whenever you define the use case. That time you can define what information can go out and what information cannot go out. So that layer takes care of this encryption of those information, because if we encrypt everything, then LLM will also not able to understand the context and provide the result, right? So those settings are available, and then when the results are coming back, we are again decrypt it and then showing the result. So that interesting layer which we added, because the lot of the request coming of this particular problem statement. So yeah, we have added that.
Okay, amazing. So that means my small customers who do not have big deep pocket, they can still be feel very secure going with Agent AI. They don't need to worry. That's amazing. Moving to another question, which is, for any implementation of software, the cost and timeline is the critical factor. Okay, and when we talk about agentic AI, and there is a GPU needed, huge infra probably sometimes needed. So how is the market in terms of infra cost and their timeline? If you can throw some highlight for the companies who want to go for GPUs, either buying or rental options. So what are the options available for them in the market? If you can throw some highlight.
Yeah, so basically, the currently in the market, the models are available, and we also choose the models based on the use case. Like the LLM models are available, like 8 billion model, 16 billion model, 32 billion parameter model, right? So based on use case to use case, we decide that. The for the small use cases, the CPU plus one model is kind of option is available, where you can consider only 24 GB kind of GPU card, right? Then there is one more model available, where if you need to run a 32 billion parameter kind of model and your load is small, then you can use a 48 GB GPU parameter model. And for the strong use cases where the lots of concurrent requests and all are coming, then the A100 or H100 kind of graphics card is required, using which we can host the solution. So either on-prem. So for on-prem also, we have tied up with some vendors, so they can, if you have your own infrastructure. So we have a vendor team available, using which we can tie up with them, and then those servers can be hosted into your own premises, right? So that we as an organization, we support there also, because currently the GPU things are easily not available, right? So that support also we have. Otherwise, if anyone were open for AWS and Azure kind of solution, there also we have a support available.
Right. So that means, I mean, you brought a very powerful, information that in today's market, GPU's availability is a big question, and companies need to work with the right vendors so that they get those GPUs when they want it. And especially when you do a POC and then you want to go for full scale production and you fail to identify the right hardware at the right time. So the entire investment in the POC goes haywire. Okay. So I think being with the right vendor is the key. And as Ajinkya sir, you have told that you have a lined up a good set of vendors who will provide, the cost-effective solution. That's a very nice input. Yes, I can see the new poll coming out, Pallavi.
So this is cost is actually a very important part of any project, but we want to understand from our guest perspective, what is the biggest challenge in scaling the operations today? Is it the rising cost or compliance and risk management or skill shortage or lack of automation?
Okay, so I have my, input.
Mhm.
See, while people are actually providing their views, I think all these areas pose a kind of a challenge. As I go in the market and I meet people, so they keep talking about all these challenges and sometimes mixture of them. Okay, so it's really, I mean, all your options were quite relevant. Let's see how the poll, how does it reflect in the poll?
Great. Let's wait for 10 seconds and then we'll bring up the results. All right, let's see what is there in everyone's mind. Skill shortages.
Okay, great. Great. I think, one thing it's important to note here that none of my participant is worried about the rising cost. Okay. Of course, talent and skill shortage is there. That's where Ajinkya and his team, helps. Compliance and risk management, as Ajinkya sir actually explained a lot about it, that it is taking care of it. Okay. Rising cost, if it is not a challenge, that's a big eye opener. That maybe industry is ready to take, these agentic AI solutions with a very conviction that it is going to give a good return on investment, and they're ready to do the investment. How do you look this, Ajinkya?
Yeah, again, so even the thing is, even when I talk to the customer, so they want basically the result. So, like, we are also pioneer in the IDP kind of use cases. Previously, when using the other models, we are not able to, the customer actually are not able to get the results properly, and they need to do the task. They were working with other companies. So it's a real time experience when these kinds of company comes to us to know for a thing. So what happens is they are ready to pay a cost because they want to see they have a lot of team. They are doing a data entry kind of job or some kind of day to day task in their particular thing. So they are ready. So if their team can do some better job, okay, then they are ready to invest that cost into the hardware also, right? And the hardware cost also we are providing the efficient solution like I mentioned, which currently is not available in market, but because we are tying it with some vendors and making sure that our overall one-time implementation as well as the hardware cost is manageable. Okay, so definitely they looks a value, and I agree to this poll basically because they want ROI to be recovered from the people and team involved for doing that task, right? Yeah.
Right. I think rightly so. I also have experienced in one of the live scenario where there were not less than 20 people and three kind of legacy applications who were actually doing the entire production work for a background verification check company. And when they evaluated generative AI, agentic AI platform, and when they went with AIQoD, they saw enormous, return on investment in very short term, and they decided to move to this new platform and sunset all the three legacy systems. So that's a pretty, eye-opening use case. The value of agentic AI platform in bringing these business values, and hence the justification to implement. Now, moving to a really very critical, time, the question of time. So, what is the average time to value that, you expect client to, aim for by adopting the agentic AI solutions?
Yeah, so the current timeline, which the timeline which are currently committing is between 30 to 45 days, based on the use case. It can go maybe 15-20 days more, but the currently thing is because the current agentic platform we already have in place, and the tool generation and all those things are already taken care in the platform. So even if you need for your business some new agentic tool is required, it's just a matter of configuration. Okay, and nowadays the agentic code is also getting generated automatically, and that feature is also we made available in the platform. Okay, so either you can take the platform and you can create it using our pre-built agents, or you can give us the project and we will make sure and configure it for you. Okay, so because already the lot of R&D and investment has done in the AIQoD platform, so just to make it specific to your business use case, it usually takes 30 to 45 days of time. uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Amazing. And the way I hear you, that if the platform is ready and platform is able to actually help me out in doing the prompt engineering and configuration and
Yeah.
customization, then I think the platform is ready for customer to actually take it and start implementing and playing around for their business use cases, isn't it?
Yeah, correct. So that interesting feature we added in the platform. So previously, what happens? We already have agent library available where a lot of pre-built connector like SAP connector or any third-party connectors, Oracle connectors, those or connectors are already available in the platform. But maybe if you come up with some legacy system where you want to integrate, or maybe some custom agent you wanted, some rule you need to write, right? So for that, previously it was needed some you have to have a knowledge about it, even if you configure the RP kind of application. But now we have provided one prompt-based system where you can just provide your information, then the code is automatically get generated. There itself, you can test it whether the generated code is working well or not. Okay, and then that agent you can use in your particular workflow. So that we made available in our AIQoD agentic architecture, basically end to end.
Okay, great. So that means, Ajinkya sir, you are making it loud and clear that any organization who wants to actually put their hands on agentic AI, they should look no further than AIQoD platform, and even they could take AIQoD platform there for their IT team, not to seek like a solution ready for their industry, but a platform who is ready to build any kind of solution for their environment, their business
Correct.
need.
Correct.
They don't need to go and see a solution off the shelf, but they can take the platform off the shelf and create solutions whatever they want, which is suiting their purpose.
Correct. Correct. Yeah, definitely.
Amazing. Great, great, great. So now, after listening to so many, theoretical aspects, I want to really jump into at least some practical aspect where I want to understand one or two standout use cases that agentic AI, has made a real big difference to the industry, to a specific company. If you can cite couple of examples, Ajinkya sir.
Yeah, so very recently, I can take example like the BGV example which you have taken, right? So again, it is currently working with the three legacy systems, right? So using our agentic platform, we made it. Just a minute. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. So I'm not taking this particular example, some another example also. Then I will talk about this particular use case also. So they're like, because you have taken that example of BGB, because they are struggling with
Yeah, yeah.
3 to 4 legacy system and they are working on it, and they have a challenge to go live in a particular certain amount of time, right? So because I have already a platform ready, and again one thing is the currently the only having an agentic platform will not suffice all of your problem statement, right? So that is why we have make sure that we have the capability of agentic platform, as well as some capabilities of RPA, and then the whole ecosystem of packaging and user management and everything is available in the platform. So that is why when we prepare some use cases, it is 100% of time and chance is providing a proper ROI. So for that particular BGV use case, we made wherever it is required the agentic platform. Then wherever it is needed, then the RPA touch of it, and then dashboard reporting engine and all is already available as a AIQoD platform, and using which they are able to go live so quickly. Now the use case which you are currently presenting here, review and rating system. So this is again one use case which we have prepared, and this is one client is currently using it live, right? But the same use case can be like I have mentioned. This is template created. Then any business, suppose take example, you have one business and you are selling something on Amazon, or you have a lot of marketplaces where your business is listed. You have a lot of social media handles currently available. So previously, if using some RPA systems or some other system, if you want to build this kind of system, you have to invest lot of time, lot of money to get that each and everything done, because you need to create a connector for Instagram, then WhatsApp, and then there are n number of things, right? So because of we have this agentic platform, you can just come, you can mention like I have this website, and on this website I'm getting whatever reviews and ranking. Okay, on Amazon I have this page where under my product I'm getting the review and rating. So these kind of issues that particular person have, and then we, because we have a platform, we created that use case, and now because of this particular use case, what we are doing is every day, and it is again a scheduler and all those functionalities available in the platform. So every time when new review or rating is coming, automatically it goes there, it fetches that particular review and rating, and it highlights on your dashboard. Okay, and then using which either you can go and take a go on your particular Amazon page and provide your review and rating also. But additionally, then that particular person has asked, no, I don't want to do the manual stuff. Then we added our sentiment analytical basically engine, where it actually read that particular review and then provide the input. One interesting thing people does is which when we found while doing this interesting assignment, the people are giving a 5 star, and in the comment they are writing literally a nonsense like this product is not good and all those kind of things they are writing, right? So the current the platform which we implemented, it's making sure it's not going on the rating, it also reading a comment and then able to understand, no, the stars are given more, but the comments is not very good, right? So those kind of things also, because of use of this agentic system, we are able to deliver. And yeah, that particular company is very happy because they got the end-to-end system. Again, then they said, okay, so you are you are generating the particular this thing like review and your comment, but I want my team to validate it. So then, because our AIQoD platform already have the RPA based workflow system also, so that also we have attached, so that they got all the feature in a single platform, and they were able to go live so quickly, and they are happy with this system. Yeah.
Okay, great. I think one interesting, use case that you talked about, whenever users are writing, feedback, rating, and there are some, there are some kind of websites where they have done automation that if the user has given 5 rating, take their comment and show on that their website.
Yeah.
Now, our customers are very smart and they give 5 rating, and then in the review comment they put all their negative experiences. So that's how this is highlighted in some social media website and all. And good if we have a sentimental analysis of the rating review comment. That means companies will be able to not only understand exactly what is the review comment, but also will be able to appropriately take the right action, not to publicize, auto publicize the negative comments, but to act on the negative comment, just because the rating is good, the comments are not good. So at least do some kind of sentimental, judgment on that. So that's pretty strong feature that you have pointed out. Okay, Pallavi,
Yes,
the new poll.
sure. So
Yep.
this one question is for all of us. While we have the availability of agentic workflows, The one valid question is, which area would you like to prioritize? Will it be finance for invoice automation, maybe HR, for example, for employee support or knowledge management, or for marketing, maybe to run the campaigns, or operations to automate the workflows? Or lastly, will it be for compliance and risk so that you can do the real-time monitoring? So, which area of your business you would want to automate using agentic workflows? Let's wait for 10 seconds. Let's bring up the results now.
Okay, so result is also quite interesting. Okay, I think marketing, there is a lot of repetitive task in marketing and operation. Of course, there is a lot of workflow where automation can happen. So these are the two quite big chunk of responses that have been received. At the same time, compliance and risk, that means looking forward into the future business and how to do real time monitoring and highlighting identifying the risk. So I think these are the quite critical areas, and aptly agentic AI has these kind of scenario. Ajinkya sir, your comment on this?
Yeah, basically, definitely for any business, the marketing and sales is most important to take the business right in. And definitely, we have also we have a SaaS platform which we have built on our agentic workflow. So we have a lot of use case where people can see on our website, where we have a use case like we create a automated post, and then we can post it on your social media or WhatsApp, and then we track their review and rating also. So all these things are connected, so using which definitely it helps. Also, we have a lead management system where it automatically generates the leads also for your sales operations. So yeah, definitely.
Great. Now, this, one use case, even I want to actually talk about to our viewers. So there is this, coffee chain in one of the country outside India, and this is kind of a leading chain of, coffee shops. They are in many gas stations as well as super malls, railway stations, and many public places and university campuses and all. And then since they are growing, they're looking for a Starbucks like kind of a growth where Starbucks has almost like 40,000 centers across the globe, and this particular brand has about 1,000. So looking to grow in that perspective, and there's a huge growth in that particular segment, market segment, where one individual is consuming not less than 300 coffees almost on a yearly basis, which is quite a big number. So there is a good market. So while they are expanding beyond 1,000 stores, they had a problem of a lot of inventory, which they need to carry, to fulfill the customer requirement. And, there's a lot of operational overhead and things like that, So that managing the operations and keeping the entire organization slim and trim, they had a lot of challenges. And they came back with a kind of a solution for demand forecast. And when I started working with the solution team and the tech team, the entire solution approach which came, this quite enlightened me as well. So the solution which came is not only demand forecast. So of course there is a demand forecast where the agentic AI is reading the past data. It is understanding the various product geography events, weather pattern, and based on everything, it is able to understand how is the demand per shop. And then it is able to forecast, do the multi-model forecast for the future 1 week, next day or next month, or even for the next quarter. It is able to do the demand forecast. But what amazed me that agentic AI workflow, agentic AI platform not only was doing the demand forecasting, it also able to assign an agent who is looking at the data of inventory and giving nudges that this particular inventory is not moving good. So can you provide a promotional? So these kind of promotional nudges, which will ensure that my inventory, rather than expiring, it is utilized in the due time, in the right time. So that was quite a eye opener that agentic AI framework is not only doing the task given but also can enhance the goal that I need to carry my inventory to minimum. So that means instead of looking at the organic demand, can I do inorganic? I do promotion and create demand, like that. So this was quite a good use case where agentic AI platform went beyond the requested solution, requested requirement, and they started to intervene in the business and started giving a direction to the business where not only the top line but even the bottom line getting starting to improve because now agentic AI is providing the right nudges to the business. That's quite an interesting use case, which is we are implementing now in a particular segment. Anything you want to add, Ajinkya sir?
Yeah, I think you covered mostly. I think there is one question in the chat from Hanuman Das sir in the chat box, I guess. So I think, can we take that question quickly?
Yes, yes. Let me read out the question. Hanuman Das has asked how your agentic workflow different from Google Vertex AI.
Yeah.
Yes,
So very again very interesting question, and while during my discussion I covered a lot of aspect. So the thing is, the companies which we are working with them again, they want this solution on prem. One thing is that, right? Suppose if you want this particular solution on-prem on your server and very well connected to your end-to-end system, then we came into the picture. Again, the Google Vertex AI is doing a great job. I'm not saying we are doing so those kind of thing. I'm not claiming, but the thing is, the we have this RPA plus agentic platform plus everything like reporting and dashboard. So for any enterprise grade platform which they want a end-to-end use case where you have a proper user management, you have proper end-to-end workflow is running, right, along with different kind of rule, and the LLM is again one part of it which you can choose. Then in our platform, where you can also choose a Gemini or OpenAI, though you have a flexibility to select any model, like Google Vertex also provides that. But the differentiator is we have all those features in our platform, but you will get a edge where you will get a RPA kind of feature also in this, where you can manage your workflow very well. Again, proper user management, access control, and you can define your, like I mentioned, like if the model start hallucinating, then you can put your threshold where your particular person can take action on it. So these are the some of the differentiator, and again, cost is play the role. We can discuss on it further, maybe in one-on-one about your use case, and then accordingly we can further discuss on the costing also. It will definitely surprise you. We will able to offer this particular solution which you are looking for.
great. And one, I think this answers your query. And as Ajinkya sir has said, we're very happy if you can leave your, coordinates where my team can reach out to you, and we can definitely elaborate further how to solve a specific business scenario. Okay. Moving on to the next question very quickly. How do business user track what agents are doing? There are a group of agents working and, trying to achieve a goal for me. How do we audit and control them?
Yeah, again, this is very interesting question. Again, this has come for the use case which we deployed for BGB. There it is very important. Like each and every action has to be tracked. Okay, and again, I can link this particular question with Google Vertex question which Anuman Das sir has asked. Right. So these kind of feature maybe you will not be easily available in the only agentic platform. If you get it right, you want your audit, each and every action has to track it properly. So those things, because we are in this industry from the RPA, right? So because we have first our RPA platform, and then we created our agentic platform also. So we know all the pain points from the business side, what all feature they want. So while our each and every agent is running, we track each and every action, what agent input is going, what output they are generating, and how the communication is happening between particular agent. Because as this system is autonomous, the any agent can call any particular agent on the real time basis, right? So these everything is properly logged, audited, and it is available for admin, super admin, or you can control any of your IT person can look at it. When this particular workflow has run, what all action has happened manually, and what all action has a red flag to the human intervention, and because of what threshold. So these are things are available, and again, this particular audits can be shared with any of your integration tool like Jira, or any of the tool which you guys are using. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. I think that's quite a interesting, answer. See, in the in the light of this audit and control and everything, it is quite interesting to understand that these agentic AI models are not just left like that, and they can do whatever. But we can also have a layer where we can actually see what they're doing. And one interesting observation which I had in the past, Ajinkya sir, is that when we talk about a VAPT kind of analysis, I have seen the solution which you delivered within a week. The such testing was conducted with all NCs to be handled, and the certificate being issued. That means the agentic AI platform that you deliver is quite mature in terms of security aspect and audit aspect.
Yeah, definitely. I just wanted to add on that particular aspect. So whenever we develop any solution, we have thorough and proper pipeline in place where the code inspection also happens properly using the latest tools. And every time at the development stage, we had to make sure because every organization need this, right? So whenever they are deploying this kind of solution, this VAPT they want, because any suppose now this I will take example of this BGV company. They have taken our solution, but they are also selling it to their customer, and their customer want the VAPT thing, and they want that also to be from the third party VAPT, right? So because we take care of the security compliance and everything on proper places, so as we made the timeline also, along with that, this security compliance also we are able to pass to very quickly. Yeah.
Great, Pallavi. I think you have posted another poll.
Yes. Well, in terms of the factors, for our audience and for all the companies out there, what is the most important factor to confidently adopt AI agents? Is it transparency and auditability, or human oversight, or demonstrating results, or is it data security and compliance, or just the simplicity of integration? Let's wait for 5 seconds before we bring up the results.
Yep. Great.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this also is quite, self-explanatory. Like people definitely want a return on investment, ROI faster and consistent, and that also speaks quite volumes that they are looking for demonstrated result rather than only the facts and the features. So that is really the key. If you can bring result, then you are in my team to go ahead and play a bigger role. Ajinkya sir, how do you see this?
Yeah, correctly. Because again, the survey which has eye opener for everyone. The people want the demonstrated result out of it, and not just flashy POCs, right? So if the platform is bringing the result, people want that demonstrated result so that they can get the ROI out of it.
Great, great. So now let me ask, of course, you gave a lot of good knowledge and, you told us that, yes, the Agentic AI platform you're taking, it's not just one agent, but it's a host of agent. They will work very securely. They can work in your premise. They can work, like a API call also. It is cost effective. You can rent out the hardware. You can also have your own hardware. We have, vendors who can provide hardware. You also talked about the use cases, where complex scenarios, how it can be handled, and they work for a goal and bring results. So all these things is looks like fairy tale. um, if I am a CIO or a head of operations, okay, what will be my simplest entry point to get into agentic AI without losing my peace of mind?
Yeah, so basically you can, like you mentioned, some of the use cases. If you are a CIO, so first of all you need to look at it, the data entry or those kind of operations which are happening. And previously you are hesitant to go with this kind of system because the accuracy levels are not that much high, right? So definitely you can look at the entry point, this kind of platform where automatically everything can be managed with a good accuracy result, because previously the results are not great, and still you need to review each and everything, and your business configuration rules and everything has take a lot of time and again a cost also. But because the agentic things in place, the configuration is pretty much easy. And like I mentioned, the platform which we are preparing and we have already, so that you can use and configure it from yourself and from your IT team also. So that is one thing which you can take care of. Then again, the SLA violation notifier. We have a workflows uh, which you can configure it in a system, and then we can properly track the SLAs. Where if you managing a project management kind of a workflow, or IDP kind of a workflow, where properly invoices has to be gone to the vendor, and then the proper follow up has to be taken. So those kind of use case also you can have a look at it. And then email agents basically. So now email agent means you can configure your email boxes for your particular email box, which can read out the email and take proper action, draft the response also, and then you can just have a review it and directly send it out, right? So those kind of at least three entry points which you can take. I know it's a simplistic use cases, but at least it will give you a confidence how the systems are working. And then definitely there are a lot of use case in the marketing and in the sales also. Like you can enter with the sales and marketing use cases also, where you can able to generate the leads as well as run your campaigns using the agentic platforms.
Okay, amazing. I think that is quite a interesting, three simple use case where I can definitely start. And in, I believe any organization will find these use cases very apt, and they can start. Before we take the last poll, I have just one last question. Okay. The last question, Ajinkya sir, is this. When I go beyond these three use cases and I have a very complex organization, do I have a ability to reuse the agents which you have already? Is there any marketplace where I can take the agents and pick and choose and create kind of a solution out of it?
Yeah, that is the plus point in the platform. So like in the platform you can manage your user management and everything, and dashboard and reports, those we already taken care of it. But now if you want to create your own thing, so we already have a agent libraries which we have pre-built created. Like some example which I have taken in the previously, like the multiple connectors are required to connect with any ERP system, suppose if you have. So those connectors are there. Along with that, there are at least 400 to 500 kind of agents are already pre-built in the platform and in the agent library. And the solution which we created in a such a way that you just need to type your particular problem statement, then my engine will automatically go to my library and suggest for to solve your problem statement, these are the agents are already available for your use case. Okay. And then if you are not satisfied and your workflow is not completed, then I have the no code kind of a studio, where you just need to type your problem statement, then automatically the code will get generated You will test it with your positive negative kind of test cases there itself in the studio, and then just you need to save it as an agent. Automatically it will get saved and it will be available for you to use in your workflow, and again it will be available as a library also. So these are the some interesting feature which we added in the platform that will definitely help you. Even if it is not available in the library, you can also create it without having a coding knowledge.
Great, amazing. I think the entire platform is ready, and we can just go ahead and use it for our own purpose. I will definitely invite all the guests if they want to try out. Go to AIQoD360.com and start sign up and start making use of it. Yes, Pallavi.
So, one last but the most important and interesting question of the session. Many professionals they hesitate to embrace AI because because of a fear that will this take my job away. That reluctance is natural, but the real shift is not about replacement, it's about transformation. So, AI agents will take over the repetitive task while humans step into higher value roles that ensures and requires creativity, empathy, and complex decision making. So, the question is while AI agents handling repetitive tasks, how do you see human roles evolving in your organization?
Very critical question in all of people's mind. Recently we see a lot of downsizing happening right from US IT industry to Indian IT industry. A lot of flagship companies doing pink slips to their employees. I think this question is really quite relevant while we go on a agentic AI journey, and we want AI to come into our life and in our work. The big question is, will it impact me? If it will impact me, how do I train myself to be more relevant? Go ahead, Pallavi. Can you show the result?
Okay, let's bring up the results.
Yeah. Ajinkya sir, any comment on the result?
Yeah, it's a mixed result. I think everyone. So some people are saying more strategic decision making, more creative, innovative work, stronger customer engagement, focus on complex problem solving. Yeah, I think definitely all the problem statements are equally important, right? Suppose if AI agent are handling repetitive task, then from my perspective, and I voted for is more creative task and more customer centric jobs, basically, right? So currently we can see the teams have proper products and all in place, right? But the customer interaction and all is are not happening properly. AI is doing so, but still the human touch is required when you talk to your customer and all. And definitely, till now, touchwood, the AI is not entered into that area. So definitely, I will comment on that. Yeah.
Great, great. I think that's a good insight. And one takeaway for me is that in the poll, everyone is sure about what they need to do. There's no confusion in their mind. They know how to make themselves more productive and more relevant. There's no person in this room who is unsure about the Gen AI, how it is going to impact. And all of us has a kind of a goal to keep ourselves more productive and more relevant. AI will be there. It is part of the life. It is the same thing when laptop came and IT came, and people said job to chala jayega. But now we see IT, there's a lot of job, and IT industry itself created a lot of job openings in India and abroad. So any new technology is not stealing jobs, but new technology is creating new type of jobs, and that's what Gen AI is also going to create. It's a new kind of programmers, new kind of implementers, new kind of customers, new kind of everything will come, and we all need to adopt, and we all need to make progress, and that's how the human nature is. We are never stagnant, we progress. And Gen AI is just one tool which is going to help us improve and be better and live a richer life. With that, I think we are done. And I really enjoyed asking these questions. Ajinkya sir, I hope you must have also enjoyed and
Yeah, yeah.
answering them.
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed a lot, and I saw the interaction from the guest also. They are looking for the things, and they show an interest also. Definitely. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us today and engaging with us on such thoughtful insights. As we have heard from Mr. Ajay and from Mr. Jinkya, that the real promise of agentic AI is not in replacing humans, but also in elevating human potential, letting AI handle repetitive tasks while people focus on strategy, creativity, and innovation. On behalf of AIQoD team, thank you once again to our speakers and to all of you for being a part of this session. Have a great day ahead.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.